Hey YouTube, it's evening. It's almost 10 p.m. and earlier today, I excuse me, I heard over the news regarding the statement from this owner of a ball team. His name is Donald Sterling, and I was curious to find out what he actually said and who was involved. So I went on TMZ.com. They're the ones that have the audio clip. Now they have two audio clips regarding what this man said. He's an owner of the LA Lakers, I think. No, excuse me, LA Clippers. And I was shocked at when I first heard it. I actually started to cry, to be honest. I started to cry. And then some parts I just started laughing because I just thought it was incredibly stupid. Um, but I wanted to talk about it over YouTube. And for those who don't know about it, this man Sterling, he has a mistress, and Sterling is a white Jewish fellow, elderly man, and he is married for 50 years, and I think he's still legally married. And but he has this mistress, and the girl is in her early 20s. The media says, and he is caught. If it is actually his voice, he was he was saying how angry he was that this that his girlfriend mistress is seen in a photograph with black people. And I have to add that his mistress is someone of black and Mexican ancestry. She does not look like a white girl. She looks like a light-skinned black woman, what they might say an exotic looking black woman, but it's a black woman. And he's criticizing her because someone contacted him over the phone and was complaining about the girl being in a photograph with black people. And why this other person would care, I don't know. And who this person is that would call them. I think that's even more telling. Who would even call? It wasn't that the pictures were compromising of a sexual nature. She says that she's a fan of Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is a famous ball player, and he's known for doing charitable things, and um, but that doesn't seem to be enough for this Donald Sterling. he, and he said specifically that she better not be in another picture with him, or even invite him to his ball game. I'm staggered. This man Sterling has black members of his team, and to not even want any black person to watch his game, I I'm just dumbfounded. And the girl even says, "Look, if you want, I can't change my skin. I wish I can change my skin color." And he said, "Why you sound, foolish like that, saying that? And it has nothing to do with your color," he says. So what's the problem? He's saying um, that she's perceived as being Hispanic or a white girl. But even if she's perceived as such, why is it wrong for her to be photographed with black people? It's insane. And this reminds me of something that happened years ago. So it's going to be interesting how this case works out in the media. A long time ago, this was in either the 60s or the 70s, there was a show called The Dating Game. And for those who don't know what the dating game is, this was, you have three people, they're sitting in a chair, they're behind a wall. And then on the other side of the wall, you have another person who'll be, potential date. Now, this person is going to listen, they're going to ask questions to the three people behind the wall, and they're going to respond back. And the person who he or she likes the most, they're going to go out with that person. Okay? So with this particular episode on the dating game, they had three ladies, um, and the three ladies were all black, but one was a very light skinned black, and they had light color hair, you know. And the person who was going to be dating one of these ladies was a man, and the man had his son. Uh, the son, his son was maybe like 10, 11, and he wanted to choose the date for his father at this game. And the boy decides the lighter of the three women. And someone called the show and threatened the show. I forget actually what his threat was, but it would hurt the show's ability to stay on board. And this person who called up is a rich white man, and he had a lot of power over the media. He's some rich tycoon. um, Howard Hughes, I think that's the name, Howard Hughes. Um, Real eccentric, and close to the end of his life, he he didn't want anything touching him. He'd have his body covered, and he'd wear a mask, and he grew his fingernails and his toes uh, long like claws. He looked awful, and I think also he stopped bathing. He was afraid of bathing or something. It was really ridiculous. And he's the one that called up the show and threatened the show. So why I bring this up? That I'm wondering whether this Donald Sterling, the person who called him to say that he was, upset about it, whether this is another type of Howard Hughes, and whether or not, um, you know, I mean, because this Sterling fellow is I think he's a billionaire because he owns the team. I mean, these ball players all make over $1 million, and you own all these, the owner of the team. So, this is a man of financial power, and for someone to call him, this person has to have even more power than him to scare him that much. That's what I felt like when he with the first clip, because it's an audio tape that came out with the girlfriend and him talking, and um, I'm wondering, because he sounds scared like something that what's really wrong that maybe his his reaction is one based on fear, and it's ridiculous. But maybe someone, you start to wonder who is really controlling this media, you know, and who would have this man's phone number? It has to have another powerful person. I know I don't have his phone number, but someone that has access to him and to call him. Doesn't this person have a life that they're too busy on looking at it? It was posted on Instagram, and how they, I mean, I don't know. Um, it's just really, this I thought this is a big world, and people outgrew this, but this story seems to me bigger than it even appears to be. Not just an old crotchety guy being jealous because his mistress is with a guy, but it's something deep rooted. And it'd be really interesting who called him. There's another aspect of this audio tape that leaked out. He oh, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together. Yeah, the second clip of the video, he's also ranting about that the girl wasn't obedient to him, and that if she doesn't obey him, that he'll just get another woman that will obey him. And the woman responded that, well, I took everything down. You know, when you told me the first time, I took down all the black people, but I thought it would be okay to have, this, the Magic Johnson, because I admire him so. And then this other guy, this another ball player, and he said that I thought it'd be okay for the second fellow because he's even lighter skinned than herself, and that he's a mixed race, the same as she is a mixed race. And so it's just pathetic. So it's just very pathetic. I forgot the point I was going to make up with that second clip that I just mentioned about the guy being lighter skinned than her. But oh, I don't know. But there was another incident. I made mention about this other incident in an older video that I did a couple of weeks ago about a Jewish woman that was sitting next to me at a movie theater. We were watching, as I mentioned then, we were watching 12 Years a Slave, and I didn't know who this woman is, and she introduced herself, being a Jewish woman, and her feelings about movies like these. Um, and the woman was an elderly woman, and she said, "Well, I have a black niece, and I want to know what do I call her?" Um, you know, someone asked what she is, and I said, "Well, if she's your niece, right?" He said, "Yes, my niece." So just say she's your niece. Why do you need to explain any further? If she's your blood, she's your blood. She is your niece. And but she insisted, no, I want to know. And then she starts pointing, those people, you gotta call them so, people are gonna ask me. And she says, you gotta tell me what do I call it? Because she wasn't gonna just drop it. So I said, well, if she's a black girl, then she's black. I said, this is a black girl. But then I added, why is it even necessary? Like, you just say she's the woman that's wearing the green top, or the brown shoes, or the woman with the girl with the hat on. Why is it even necessary to mention what race someone is when you're describing them? It's not necessary. So the woman in that movie theater sound just like this man, Donald Sterling. She seemed to be frightened and just, irrational. If someone's your blood, it's your blood. Screw everybody else, But I don't, as I mentioned in my other video, I don't think that she had a black niece and she just wanted to find an excuse of what to call black people. I think it's a shame on that woman to even act like that, you know. Um, I don't know what's going on in this world. This is a big world, and we have to get along. And these people who have, I don't understand why people are displaying this deep hatred and dislike for blacks. I think it's ridiculous. And we need to expand. We need to stop acting this way. And this journal was making excuses that, well, Hispanic people don't like black people, and then black people think this way. He wasn't specific about what he claims with black people who we don't like, but he's always making an excuse that other people. And in the second clip, it really is manifested his deep-seated hatred, in my opinion, of black people when he says, well, that his black player, when his girlfriend is mentioning that the people on his team are black. He says, well, that he does a lot of things for them. He said that he feeds them, he gives them food, clothing, a house, and a car. Man, it seems to be out of his mind. He's got it totally twisted in his head. He thinks like in my opinion, a slave master. That he doesn't see that these men that are on his team, that are playing for him, that they're busting their chops, practicing with perfection and making him money. But he has it reversed, that he's making them money, and he's totally ungrateful of what he has. And I hope these people, I hope they boycott him. He's ridiculous and in my opinion, spineless to not stand up to that person who called him on the phone and say, look, this is my friend, leave her out of this. You don't like black people? Shut up and mind your business. Don't look at the picture. But he's cowering to public opinion, and he's a billionaire. He doesn't have to deal with the general public, but it's ridiculous. I also have here, I know I'm saying a lot of stuff, but I have here a cute little doll, and I'm going to tell you what this means to me, this little doll. I bought this maybe 16 years ago, 15 years ago in the state of Hawaii. It came with a boy and a girl. And the little girl doll is identical. It's just the girl doll has a little dress and had two little bows in the front. Outside of that, it's the same identical doll. I actually gave the little girl doll to a little girl. It's a Pacific Island girl. The girl's a little lighter than me. And I thought nothing of giving her my little doll, the girl doll. And the mother was there, I'm friends with the family, and I was invited to the little girl's birthday party. I didn't want to go empty-handed. The girl was maybe 10 years old at the time. And I handed to her with the mother there, standing by my side, and she looks at it like nasty, like, oh, like that. And so the mother said, what's wrong? She considers the color. Oh, I don't like the color. The mother said, what do you mean you don't like the color? It's the same color as you, brown. She says, no, that's a black doll. And so I made a joke about it to try to lighten up the situation, add some humor in it, because it's a girl's birthday and this could be, an embarrassing moment. And I just wanted to, try to tame it down. So I said, oh, no, it's not a black doll. Oh, the person just got their hair permed and got a suntan in the sun for a while. So she started to laugh. That's all I wanted the little girl to do, laugh and enjoy the gift. So then she's, okay, I'll take the doll and name the doll after you. But why I hold this up, that, see, like the little girl, in Hawaii, the little girl wasn't, the issue to the little girl, the little 9 or 10-year-old, wasn't the color, because the color was about her color. It was about the race, the category, the label that this little doll had. She's an innocent little doll. I love her, it's sweet. But to the little girl, she learned that black people are not good. And this is in the state of Hawaii. And in Hawaii, they come many colors. And the Hawaiian people are black-skinned people, the pure Hawaiians. This girl was a mix, Hawaiian and Pacific, and another type of Pacific Islander. And people like her, have to learn their history and learn what, that it's good to be any color. But like with why I bring the doll up, that like Donald Sterling, as he said, he doesn't mind that his girlfriend has color. He minds that you don't associate with black people. It had nothing to do with color. It's about a group, a category of people that's being ragged on, that's being hated on. And this hatred has to stop. And anybody who's watching this video, like this doll is innocent. And it's what meaning you put into a doll or people. And this attitude is something that's taught. We have to stop teaching people to hate black people. Black people contributed a lot in this country. This country wouldn't be as great as it is without black people. We built it. We died building this country out of bondage. And we're a forgiving race. This little dog doesn't mind who owns him. The dog's innocent. And we as black people are innocent too in this country. Innocent in the sense of what happened to us. We are great people. We are strong people. We're resilient. And I realize people like Donald Sterling is a coward, and that they don't like themselves. This man cannot love himself. And the girlfriend said, hey, but you're a Jewish man. How can you even think like this after what happened in the Holocaust? He needs to start thinking, People could start ragging on him because of his ethnicity. Hate is hate. We have to stop teaching people not to like certain people. We have to get our act together. We have to stay together in this country, for it to be successful. This country has so much potential. Historically, this country has done horrible things to many people, but, stop ragging on black people and other minorities. Like the guy also said, he does about minorities. It's ridiculous. When you hear, if you're in a room of someone saying things, ranting on particular races or ethnicities, just tell them to shut up and start learning about other people. The more we learn about each other and differences, you'll see that we're all the same, So I just wanted to share that with you, YouTube, and that like this dog, it's innocent. It's what meaning you put into it, and to stop putting bad labels on people. Stop caring what other people say. Just to stand next to people. He's saying you can't even photograph with black people in it, so it didn't matter. And it's ridiculous. Listen to the video. The audio. You're going to say, this guy's insane. He sounds insane. And he turns it around and makes it like that. Says that she has a bad mouth. I just wonder about what's going on in this country. We have to get along. We have to be civil to each other. It's ridiculous. So that's all I wanted to say. I love my little doll. And let's stop the nonsense, So that's all I wanted to really talk to you about. And I'd like to know what your thoughts are. So again, Um, take care, you too. Bye bye.